Welcome to Qigong Live and Alone. This is the beginner's program. Put your hands on the side of your body. Roll back on. So you hold your hand, roll back on your thumb with your thumb still touching your thigh. And then you bring your hands around. Left hand goes underneath, right hand on top. So they sit on top of the hand. Then the two thumbs together. Good. Make a fist with your left hand with a hole on the top. Cover your hand around in front of it. Then bring it towards your heart. So you bring the energy towards your heart, and then you bring the surplus chi back to your lower dantian, which is under your tummy button. That's your physical center. Yep. So single leg exercise, as I say, it's about every system has one exercise or two, or even more than two, exercise where you stand on one leg. Somewhere on the exercise you stand on one leg. Now there's different ways of doing that. There's clean standing where you've got one leg off the ground and it's not even touching the ground. And there's other exercises you do, which I'm going to do, which where you're standing with one arm. We're going to do an exercise. We've got one leg on the ground, the other foot's on the ground, but there's no weight. It's just resting on the ground. So there's no weight. You're still basically standing on one leg, but you've just got the foot on the ground. But then other exercises completely together. But before we do that, we're going to do a couple of exercises just to get used to this. Now, this is what it is. When we stand on two legs, we initiate this. There's 6 meridians in each leg, 3 yin, 3 yang in each leg. And when you're on your kidney points and you're standing on your toes, with your toes grip the ground, the energy's coming up those 6 meridians. Or up 3 and down 3. That's on both sides. And so we have this point of contact to the ground, but as soon as you change the weight onto one leg and you pick the other one off the ground, now all the energy is just coming, 3 meridians coming up and 3 meridians going down. So you lose half of the percentage. So what happens is the body will lose the energy coming up one side. So we've got 50-50 on this side. When you move it to one leg, now it's got 100% coming up one leg. So it opens the meridian stronger because the energy coming up through the leg to give the whole, when you've got 2 points of contact, then you've got 50-50. Yep, that's an easy way to explain that. So this idea of weight changing, going from one leg to that's so important to understand how to do that, because you're opening up all the meridians, close them down, open up the other side, change them as every time you swap. So we're going to do that first. So what we're going to do is a really simple movement. Now, especially when you get older, being able to stand on one leg is so important because it maintains your center of balance. And it means your balance is better. So you want to be able to do this when you're 100 years old. Stand on one leg when you're 100 would be very good. 102 that you could stand on one leg. So, and the more you practice this balance, the when you put feet down, you have better balance, yeah? And when you get older, of course, the balance changes slightly, but you can maintain the balance by doing exercises so you have really good balance. So come across, and then go to the other side. And you double weight, so you go across, pick your foot up, go across. Now, when I'm doing this, I don't have any weight in the heels. I'm standing on the front part of my foot, on the muscles and the toes. So I go across. My heel's on the ground, but there's no weight in it, just standing on the muscles. I'm not weighted on the heels. So I'm learning how to anchor myself on the muscles, go across. So I'm learning how to move from muscles to muscle, one side to the other, yeah? Go across. Just do this, moving nice and smoothly. And this is a great exercise you can practice, especially if you're helped your mum or your grandmother with help with their balance. You can do this sort of exercise. You can just do one and get the other leg to just come across and still have the other one, tips of the toes touching the ground. So tips of the toes touching the ground, and then go across, tips of the toe touching the ground, just to give them a little bit more support, and then slowly build up till they actually pick the foot off the ground. Yeah, and so you want to build it up so you get foot off the ground. Foot off the ground. Exercise too, and you can just rock backwards and forwards doing this, and this will increase the balance for not only for yourself, but if you're showing your grandmother or your grandfather how to do this, help their balance as well. Because one of the big things that happen when we get older, they have a lot of falls because their balance isn't as good. This is how you maintain the balance for your trusted, beloved old people in your house, or yourself. How do you just move backwards and forwards? Yeah. Good. So once we've done this one, we've warmed up doing this one, we're going to stop, and you bow across and you stop and you hold on one leg. Now when you're sitting on one leg, you'll find you can feel your ligaments flexing, tension, and you can feel them. You feel your toes dancing, you feel the wobbling to the other side, standing on one leg, and then you can feel the whole body moving around, trying to get its balance and moving and changing. And that's a good thing because you're teaching it how to do this. Go across one leg, stay there, put the one leg off the ground. Just a little bit off the ground, this feet, and just watch it move. Now, one of these legs might be better than the other leg. That's the way it is. That your balance might be better on one side than the other side. Yeah? Put the leg out. Yep. Other side. So you just hold it for a few seconds each time. And so you can feel the body moving. You can feel the ligaments in your toes changing, the ligaments in your ankles changing. The other side. So this is how you get stronger and stronger by doing this. This is simple. Okay. So we've done this for a few times now. Then you can do this. So you can do this every day. You can be sitting in the queue at the bank. And you can be doing this exercise, just changing weight. They might think you're a bit crazy. You get to the front of the queue. Move to the other side. They've said, somebody standing behind you doing this, you're saying, we're going to bring the leg and we're going to bring it up. So we're going to bring it higher. So now we've got the weight change. Now we're standing like a stool now, like a bird, and then put it down and then do the other one, bring it higher. So you lift it off the ground. It comes up high. Yeah? Good. And then go down. We're just getting more and more comfortable with standing on one leg. Yeah? One leg. The other side. Then one leg up. Good. Put it down. One leg up. Put it down. One leg up. Put it down. If you have a look at the advanced class I did today too, I did 2 exercises, which are a bit more advanced exercise doing this one, but I'm not going to do it. I'll do an easy one today. But the advanced class did two exercises doing one leg. Good. Put it down. Good. Now, the next one we're going to do is you're going to move it around. So, because as soon as you move your foot, of course, you have to compensate inside the balance. So I move across, I bring my foot up. Good. And then move the foot forward. Now, as soon as I move it forward, the weight of the foot's there, and I've got to compensate with the back foot. If I move it to the side, I have to compensate for it to the side because the weight's out that way now, and of course I want to fall over. So I have to compensate for the foot I'm standing on, yeah? Good. So forward, side, and then back. And all of those things make you change this leg. And then bring it down. Go to the other side. Go forward, side, and back. Forward, side, whoops, you see even I fall over, and back. The foot down, forward, side, and back. And this is just going to increase your balance on both your feet. Swinging forward, forward, side, and back. And then put the foot down. So that's exercise. We're just getting more and more elaborate in how we're doing that. So you can practice all those exercises. And if you just do this every day, if you did that every day, that exercise every day, you'd find your balance improves. And so when you put your 2 feet down, of course you feel really stable now because when you're walking now, because you've just been doing these exercises, you're so stable in your leg because you're just used to standing on one leg. And so it's obvious it's going to be just as easy when you stand on 2. I'll show you exercises that do the one leg stance. So I'll do one from the Ba Duan Jin, which is called smoothing the stomach and liver by raising one hand, whole name. It's a simple exercise, and you step off to the right, go to the right, I'll mirror you, and the foot goes forward to the right, and the hands come up, and this hand goes quite high, faces towards the sky, and this one faces towards the ground, and you're standing on one leg at the back. Now the front leg, there's no weight in it at all. I'm basically standing on one leg. It's just resting on the ground. Yeah, it's just sitting there, so there's no weight, but it's sort of like having a down or a what do they call it? Where they have Outrigger. The Outrigger boats where they have the boat and then have the bar outside. Yes, we have them here in Bali. So those Outriggers, that gives the stability, otherwise the boat would tip over. So this is like an Outrigger putting your foot out and holding that posture. Yep, bring the hand back, bring the palm up, turn the hands over. Transition, I've actually did this exercise not long ago in the beginner's one, so you can go back and find this exercise and just look up in the coding. I can't remember exactly the name of the exercise, what I use this for, but it is in there more detail. So bring the hand down, the foot comes in, the hand goes down, then the palm goes up, then the other palm comes up, the foot comes up, and you turn one hand up, one hand down. That's the transition. It's a little bit more technical, but as I say, there's a video of me doing this in more detail. We're just doing it for the mainly because we're doing it for the one leg standing. And we'll do one more on the other side. Hand comes down, palm goes up, other palm goes up, stepping forward, but one goes up, one goes down. Beautiful. It's one of my favourite exercises. And you're standing there and you're looking at the top hand and you're standing on one leg. Good. And then bring the hand back down. Good. So the one exercise where you've not got any feet on the ground we're going to do an exercise from the Taiji Qigong system, and it's called bouncing the ball. And I didn't make up the name. That's what it's called. So we're going to go across, and as we go across, I'll go the other way first. So you'll go to your right side. So you're going to stand on your right leg first. I'll mirror you. You bring up the left foot, but the left foot goes on an angle that way. It's like kicking the soccer ball that way. Yep. It goes that way. The same opposite leg, opposite hand that comes up. Yep. No, that's incorrect. It's that way. It's the same leg. Look at that. Can't remember my own exercise. His foot goes out, and the other leg, and the same arms comes up as the same foot, and the other hand's facing towards the knee. Hand towards the knee, other hand up. Then you do like a circle with your hands. You put the foot down, and just remember that the same leg that's up, remind myself, the same leg that's off the ground is the same hand that's up, and the other hand's facing, palms facing towards the knee. Good. Return. This is a one-legged exercise. Yeah. This is good for blood production, this exercise, good for the right and left hemispheres as well, because it's teaching the crossovers between your right and left head. Your brain is doing the crossovers. Good for blood production. In this case, it's all about balance, having better balance to there. Now, if you wanted to show this to your grandmother or your grandfather as an exercise, what you can do, of course, is not lift the foot off the ground and just use the toe, have the toe touch the ground so they've still got a point of contact, which will make it more stable than lifting it off the ground. They can still do that one as an adjustment for step across, just leave the toe on the ground, that way. Step across, toe on the ground. So they've still got that other point of contact, yeah? Like that. So good, but for us, we're going to go across, we're going to lift the foot off, so get used to standing on one leg. One leg. When you get to this position, turn your pelvis around. That's it. Perfect. Go to the other side. Other side. Yeah, that way. Good. The other side. Perfect. There. Good. And other side. Very good. Other side. Good. They're breathing for this exercise. You breathe in as you change legs, and you breathe out as you stand on one leg. Breathe in as you change. Breathe out as you bring your hands down. In. And breathe out. We'll do one more each side. Breathe. Breathe out. And you can do these every day to help your balance, help your coordination in your right and left hemispheres. This particular exercise also, of course, helps to produce blood and balance the blood and help with your circulation. I'm going to do an extra on that side and one the other side. Good. And then bring your foot down. There you go. So remember the first one on the ground, the first foot's just resting on the ground. There's no weight in it, so you've got an anchor or your rudder out the side. Yep. And the other one is the foot's off the ground altogether. Remember the modification, if you want to, you can just bring the foot across as you change weight, bring it across and still have it touching the ground. Especially if you're teaching this to your grandmother or your grandfather. They might not have the balance yet. But as they do this, so they keep doing this exercise, you'll find they'll be able to get their foot off the ground for a little bit. And the more they keep doing this, the better their balance is going to be. And then you'll prevent your grandparents, because it's such an important thing. They teach Tai Chi in New Zealand, and I think they do in other countries too. They part of the government program to teach elderly people Tai Chi, because they've noticed that they have relief. When they do Tai Chi, the elderly people have less falls, because that is because they stand on one leg doing the Tai Chi. And so they've got more balance, and it's actually reduced the falls by quite a significant amount. So that's why it's so important to do it now. Like we should just You exercise this all the time. You see the monks standing on poles doing this exercise with the foot up around their ear, standing on one leg. And it's, I'm sure, a cool thing anyway. So hopefully that's useful. If you have any questions, please ask, okay? Have a beautiful day. Standing on one leg. And if you do stand on one leg, by the way, if you're standing on one leg and you're in a queue and you've got one leg, because quite often we do stand on one leg, we stand there, this is a queue or something, we wait on one leg and not the other. If you do that, stand on the heel, come forward onto the ball of your foot, so you're standing on your muscles within the one leg. So you're not standing on your heel. You're not got your leg locked, standing on your heel, bend your knee, come to the front of your foot, stand on one leg that way. And then once you're doing that, all the energy is moving up and down through the muscles because you've engaged the muscles. So do that. It's a way better practice. Have stronger legs, have better balance. If you stand on the heel, it's a different thing. Yeah. Have a beautiful day. Roll back. It's hot here. It's hot in Bali. It's just before the wet season. It gets very warm. And gone. Make a fist with the left hand. Come with the right. Bring it towards your heart. And down to your physical center. And step back and bow to each other. If anybody watches this particular class later on, please